Let's get into our all-time draft. What, did you have anything else left to say?
No, I can breathe now.
Oh, okay, yeah. So let's get into our
Flip the
all-time
script real
draft.
quick.
John, break it down. How are we going about this?
So let me know what you guys think. So the way this is going to work is once you pick a player, he's off the board, and we're trying to draft the greatest possible team. We're going to do for the offense. We're going to go quarterback, halfback slash running back. We're going to go all the way to NFL history if you like. Wide receiver number two, tight end, and we're just going to pick our favorite all offensive line. It could be one you didn't watch, one you watched. I'm going to stick to the ones I've actually seen. That's going to be the basic compass of this now. Pick in the order. Brandon, do you want to kick us off with a certain dice roll or coin flip? Okay.
Here we go. All right, so I'll roll for Justin first. All right. On the floor. Oh, Justin, you got one.
I got the first pick in the draft.
Nice.
No, that's not. John, for you. Two.
Nice.
It's not rigged. Thanks for Brandon. So I have first pick.
That's what's up.
John
You had third
second,
last
Justin
time.
third.
You can repeat that so we got it for TikTok. I cut you off.
I go first. John second. Justin third. Do you guys want to do snake style?
Last time we didn't snake last time, so we can do snake style this time.
Okay.
Okay. So Justin has 2 picks in a row. Okay, so for my first pick in the all-time NFL draft, it ain't a shocker. It ain't a surprise. It's my boy. It's my quarterback, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Go.
That's so easy. You couldn't just be
Not
like
even
me.
a question. You take the goat of goats.
You couldn't be like me and just
Nope.
pull a rabbit out of the hat. No Derek
Yeah,
Carr.
sure. Let me take Terrell Pryor. No. Tom Brady. Brandon's team. Book it. Johnny boy, your turn.
All right,
Oh,
Johnny.
it's my turn. I thought it was Justin's.
No, you're second.
Ooh.
Cool.
So there's so many different places we can go here. You could go
So
offensive
many.
line early. You can
Yep.
go quarterback. But you know what? We're talking about all those great quarterbacks. We're going to save that. We're going to go Jerry Rice, number 2 overall. When we talk about longevity, Tom Brady's number 1. You got Adam Vinatieri. You know how many 40-year-olds have caught a touchdown or a football? 3. Tom Brady, Brett Favre, and Jerry Rice. Now, unlike those guys, Jerry, he was a Pro Bowler and over 1,000 yards past the age of 40. And he played 3 years, well over 2,000 yards. When you talk about longevity, this dude was an absolute stud deep into his 30s. It wasn't just in San Francisco. I mean, Oakland, whatever you wanted. Jerry, to me, was the greatest football player of all time before Tom. And people are not going to agree with that. When we talk about longevity, doing it that long, I think his career speaks for itself. Jerry Rice, number 2.
So I get back-to-back picks here.
Yes, you do,
All right,
sir.
just let you know if we brought this into creation, into a Madden or something like that, I'd win. So my first pick, I'm gonna go with the Sheriff. You cannot go wrong. I'm gonna go Peyton Manning, the second greatest quarterback of all time. If my cousin Timothy heard that, he would argue he is the number 1 greatest quarterback of all time. Take a 7-time All-Pro, 14-time Pro Bowler, 2-time champ, MVPs out the wazoo. Give me Peyton Manning leading my offense. And since I'm up again, my favorite wide receiver that I've ever taken. I'm not going with the greatest. I'm going with my favorite. It's Calvin Johnson. I'll take Megatron any day of the week. On his best day, there's not too many people better than him.
I want to add one thing we didn't get into it. We're doing only offensive units here. We're going to do a part 2 for defense. I forgot to say that in the beginning. Offense only for this.
Yes.
So
No
who's up?
disrespect to the defensive players. We will get to you.
That means
John boy, your
John's
turn.
up, right?
My turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh boy,
Then I get back.
I'm
to
filling on my phone our picks thus far. So, okay, I'll give it to you. Calvin Johnson. I didn't expect him to go number 4 overall, but
that. Neither did I.
that's not a bad pick though.
But
Because
Justin's he likes to play to the beat of his own drum.
That's
he
right.
lets the board speak to him, Brandon. That's what he does.
Yes. Let the board speak.
Okay. So, man,
What's the board telling you, John?
the board's telling me to take Randy Moss. That's what it's telling me to do. And that's exactly
But is that
what
what
I'm
you're
gonna do.
going with?
I'm going to take Randy Moss here.
I
When you
hate
talk
you.
about
I
receivers,
want you to go to a river and jump in it and don't come out.
I'm going to have the greatest receiver duo
Damn it.
ever with the
No.
two greatest wide receivers. Justin, thank you. I say that to you. I'll take my quarterback after because unless you guys want to take a backup quarterback, what we got? How many picks here? 7 picks? You can take a backup and just have no offensive line. I'll take Randy Moss. Yep.
Randy Moss.
Yep.
Damn it.
I guess we're all gonna save running backs for last, right?
No. We'll see.
I hate you.
God.
Passion. I was about to get my back-to-back perfect picks.
You're lucky Justin left them for me.
Oh no, hold on. I have okay. I have all right. So with mine first pick, or my second pick actually of my back-to-back. My first pick of my back-to-back picks. I'm taking wide receiver, Mr. whatever you want to call him. Some people call him T.O. Terrell Owens. All right. Third greatest wide receiver of all time, in my opinion. I'm not mad at having T.O. 5-time first team All Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler, 15,934 yards, 153 touchdowns, Pro Football Hall of Famer, should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, but the Hall of Fame committee was messing with him and bringing off the field bull crap into what he did on the field, which should never have happened.
What was that for? Doing like sit-ups in the parking lot and calling Donovan McNabb fat?
Because he was a team, he destructed his teams, but okay. He didn't. He was the best player on that Eagles offense when they went to the Super Bowl, and he was playing on a broken freaking leg. But they called him selfish for that, right? They called him selfish for that. Yeah. Okay. I'll take Terrell Owens on my team with Tom Brady. All right. And for my second pick,
Wait. Oh,
What?
I forgot we're doing a snake. Damn.
yeah, I got my back to back. Yeah.
My bad.
All
My
right.
bad.
I already got cheated out of Randy Moss. All right. You ain't cheating me out of my guy.
My bad.
I'm taking running back now. I'm taking my greatest running back of all time. I'm taking sweetness, Walter Payton. Okay. Talk about a running back that could do it all. You want him to run between the tackles, he got you. You want him to run outside the tackles, he got you. You want him to blow by you, truck you, stiff arm you, juke you out your shoes, hurdle you, catch the ball out of the backfield, block for your quarterback. He can do it all. And most valuable player in 1977, NFL Offensive Player of the Year in 1977, NFL Man of the Year. I know you guys love that in 1977. Had an award named after him, the Walter Payton Award. 5-time first team All Pro, 3-time second team All Pro, 9-time Pro Bowler, NFL rushing yards leader. Had the record for most yards rushing in a career until Emmitt Smith passed him because he wanted to. This man, in my opinion, is unstoppable, and I've only watched highlights of him, but from what I've saw and from what the older guys have told me, this man was next level.
Okay.
Respect.
At least we got some Bears positivity in this episode, right?
The first
Ain't
and
no
only.
disrespecting Walter Payton.
There you go.
Yep.
That's a fact. Go ahead, Johnny
You're
boy.
up again, John.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like, how do I?
You know,
follow that?
you know what I find funny about this is that I think so outside of the box that I'm not even worried about any of my people being taken. Nobody's thinking the way I'm thinking. So
Too bad
No, they're
draft
not.
with a wild card party constantly involved.
I
Okay.
So John has a decision. Does he go running back or does he go quarterback? Or does he build the O line?
I can take my time here.
I think we need 2 running backs.
You guys want to do that?
In today's days, we have receiving backs. We have
Yeah, I got you. Oh, for running back, I'm torn, y'all. Oh, I'm really torn, dude. This is hard. I feel like I'm betraying the other. Oh my god.
Take him.
Okay, I'm going Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
When we talk about dominance in an era where defenses were built to stop the run, he led the NFL in all but one of his 9 seasons in rushing yards. Pro Bowler every year. We're going to talk about speed, everything. Jim Brown won the Giants, or not the Giants, the Browns a Super Bowl. Not a Super Bowl, excuse me, an NFL championship. Yeah, I was going to say, they're not winning any Super Bowls. But when you talk about the MVP, the greatest Cleveland Brown at a time where that franchise was the very best. Give me Jim Brown. And if we could take 2 running backs, I'm going for Barry Sanders right after.
You can't, because it's Justin's pick.
Yep.
Don't worry, I don't want Barry Sanders anyway.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
All right. So before I make this pick, we're not taking personality into context.
I just took Terrell Owens. We're not taking personality.
Yeah, so we're throwing personality out the door.
Oh, this guy, I know who he's taking. Oh my god.
All right, make the pick. I want to see if we're on the same page.
Johnny Boy's guy. AB.
Damn right.
Wow.
I'm going with AB. AB.
Wow, dude.
Yes. It's not that wow, man. This guy is easily one of the greatest wide receivers we've ever seen. Top of his game when he's actually on the field. I think he has been the most unguardable receiver we've seen in a very long time. You could always count on him to give you double-digit touchdowns. He's given you more than let me see. Let me get this accurately. He was giving you more than 1,300 yards on average in his prime. The dude's an absolute monster, reception machine. He can take the top off the defense. He can tear you up from top to bottom. I love AB.
Do you want him to return too?
Sure, why not? He could kick somebody in the face for me. He could kick a punter.
And like his first touch in the NFL, I'm pretty sure was like a kick return to the house against Tennessee. The dude always was special. I'll be honest. Him and Julio, those are the 2 guys. Maybe I'm getting brand ideas. I don't worry about. Maybe you would. I didn't really expect them to be taken that soon.
That's just how my mind works.
But they're 2 top 10 receivers to me all the time.
Yeah, I think AB is gonna get a lot of crap for how he is as a person outside of football, but on the field,
I've never seen a more dynamic player at that size, man.
yeah, absolutely. So I'll take AB, and I'm a short man myself, so I'm gonna stick with the short kings, and I'm gonna go running back, and I'm going with LT. LaDainian Tomlinson, love him, man. Always loved him watching him as a kid. 28 touchdowns in a single season. This dude was just racking up yards, racking up TDs. If I'm not mistaken, let me get the accurate number. From 01 to 2009, he tallied 138 total touchdowns on the ground. That guy was a machine in every aspect of the game. And I'd take LT on my team any day. And imagine pairing that with Peyton Manning, Calvin Johnson, and AB. I mean, it's nice to dream, but man, LT was legit. So yeah, it's not that crazy, right? I'm not going that crazy today.
The first one, but
yeah, solid.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you left
Johnny
Barry
boy.
Sanders, so I'm taking Barry.
Go
I
for
don't
it.
really. To me, those are the 2 greatest running backs of all time. So now that I have Moss and Jerry Rice, and now Jim Brown and Barry, I can't wait to take my quarterback next. Or my tight end, we'll see. I don't know.
You just took Barry Sanders?
Yep.
You're not gonna say anything about him, or
Barry
let him
Sanders'
speak?
birthday was yesterday. Happy 54th. He is, unfortunately, never got to watch him play. The greatest line of all time. Only played 9 years in the NFL. And even in those 9 years, over 18,000 yards. And he's, like Jim Brown, one of, I believe, 2 players to average 5 yards a carry or more. Great human being. awesome football player. And I mean, this is a guy who led the NFL in rushing 4 times, literally averaged 99.8 rushing yards a game. Think about how insane that is on a crappy Lions team where he was the dude. They didn't have a quarterback. They didn't have much. They had nothing outside of him. And even still, to me, the greatest running back, right there with Walter and Jim. Dude, one of the biggest what ifs I think is easily like, what if he went to like a halfway decent franchise? You know, he only played in the playoffs 5 times, 6 playoff games, and his career could have been so much more if he went to a actual proven team. It's disappointing, but Bears won at one.
Sir. Brandon, you're up.
Okay. So, back-to-back picks again. And for the first one, I'm going to take a wide receiver. And I'm going to take the legend himself, Larry Fitzgerald.
Mm.
All right. Talk about consistency. Talk about a man who has more career tackles than drops. Talk about hands that won't stop. Here's just a list of every quarterback who's thrown a pass to Larry Fitzgerald, right? So the first two are the good to elite quarterbacks that he's played with, and that's where the list ends, and that's Kurt Warner and Carson Palmer, right? That's where it ends, though. Then he's Josh McCown, John Skelton, Matt Leinart, Kevin Cobb, whatever, Derek Anderson, Drew Stanton, Blaine Gabbert, Sean King, John Navarre, Richard Bartell, Brian St. Pierre, and Max Hall. I mean, the man who didn't play with a consistent quarterback for a long time, and the numbers he was able to put up, I think he's second all time to Jerry Rice in receiving yards with 17,492. I mean, talk about consistency. Larry Fitzgerald, I'll take him all day. He's not going to cause me any drama whatsoever. He's going to be there every single play. He's going to do what he can for the team. And can you imagine Tom Brady with a Larry Fitzgerald, who I would argue is one of the smartest receivers to ever play the game? And with those hands, and Larry can play in the slot. So I got T.O. on the outside and Larry Fitzgerald in the slot. Stop it. Okay. And now we're going to make this offense unstoppable.
This is where he steals my pick.
At tight end. No, I'm not. Because I think you forgot who my
guy
is.
Yeah, you're right. All right, take him.
My guy. Loudmouth. Big play Shay. Shannon Sharpe. All right. Talk about speed. Talk about toughness. Talk about what you need from a guy to make the team better and to win. Blocking, he will do that. And the numbers that Shannon Sharpe and Tom Brady could put up, stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
Let's see what John has.
I have a lot of options, as always. Okay. So we're going to go ahead. I feel like I'm disrespecting Heath Miller by not taking him here.
Oh, my God. What the hell was that? You just pulled a Justin. Pull a Justin.
I did not expect that. Wait, is it official?
Nah, don't do it. You're an idiot. Go ahead, do it.
This guy tortured me for so long.
Go ahead, just do it.
Okay, Rob Gronkowski spent a year of high school in Pittsburgh. So because of that, we're gonna go ahead and take Tony Gonzalez as my pick because I'm not taking Gronk. I've had so much pain by that man. Ooh, we're talking about longevity. Tony G. I mean, to me, we had this discussion. I think on our first or second episode, is Gronk the best tight end of all time? He has, I think, to me, the dominance. Like no one could guard that guy. That's obvious. But Tony, 14-time Pro Bowler. That's insane for a tight end. I said this before. He led the NFL in yards a touch. That is also nuts. And this guy's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-time All-Pro, first team. He's also made the second team 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Oh no, he made the All-Pro. Bro, he was All-Pro first team at 36. Think about that.
Mhm.
That's insane. The dominance for 20 years almost, 17. I mean, this guy is one of one. He wasn't dominant his first few years in the league, wasn't a Pro Bowler until year 3, but Tony G, man, y'all thought I was going with Gronk, but no. That was tough for the tight end, man. Whew, that was I went back and forth, but yeah, those 3 guys were the
Okay.
options.
Justin gets his boy.
Nah, I'm gonna obviously, since we're all taking tight ends, you know where I'm going. I'm going with my boy Robbie G. I think healthy. I don't think there's a better tight end out there. In his prime, the most dominating tight end to ever step on a field. He may not be the fastest, but he could impact the game both blocking and receiving. I look back, I remember his second year in the league, 1,300 yards, 17 touchdowns. Uh, Jesus, man. How did we not win a Super Bowl that year with Gronk playing that well? I think we had 4 or 5 seasons where he was cut short due to injury. And it's one of the big what ifs to me. It's just like I don't feel like it's much of a debate if he is healthy in those seasons.
I've seen it firsthand. That's why I'm.
Just to
You got
max
another
him out.
pick, Justin.
I do have another pick. I'm down to one more, right?
You got a running back, a backup running back, I guess, and an O line.
Okay, so you know what? I'll save it for I'll save O line for last, and I'm gonna go with my boy all day, Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson was an absolute monster, bro. There was only one thing that ever got me mad about Adrian Peterson. Okay, one thing. The year he almost ran for 2,000 yards, almost broke the record, right? I drafted him the next year in fantasy. I was disappointed. I did not. I thought I was gonna. I was a little kid, man. I was how long ago was that? 2012. So okay, I wasn't in my right frame of mind, I guess. But I thought that this guy was gonna rush for 2,000 yards almost every season. So when I did not get that same impact the next year, I was kind of annoyed. But I love Adrian Peterson, whether it be watching him on TV or playing with him on a damn video game. There was nobody more unstoppable than him, running straight through linemen, trucking linebackers. I remember one video. I used to love watching his highlight tapes where he absolutely murked some dude on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I just had to throw that one out there for you. Like, just put him on his ass. And I loved every second of it. Strongest guy out there. It's just, I wish he was still playing right now. I want him on a team. I love watching Adrian Peterson.
That was a rough Sunday for William Gay.
All right, Johnny boy, you taking your QB or O line now?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm watching the clip right now. I mean, he just absolute
destroys.
3rd and 4. Favre hits him with a little check down. And William Gay, oh my god, he went so high. And then he tries to grab his leg after and he gets, get off me. And he just takes it for like 25 yards. And then after he was going between the legs, oh my goodness. Good night. Okay. Whew. I'm taking Joe Montana. Pittsburgh roots, baby. You know,
Joe Montana.
I can't pass up the opportunity to pair up Jerry Rice and Joe. As much as I want to take Big Ben here, I mean, I have to go Joe. Cool Joe. That's where the nickname, the second iteration of it came from. Shout out to Namath. This right here to me was the best quarterback before Brady. You talk about dominance, talk about Super Bowls, Super Bowl MVPs. I mean, if Jerry Rice wasn't the greatest of all time, I think it was Joe Montana before Brady. So to have those two playing together, you add even more weapons. Oh man, I'm taking that any day of the week.
Okay,
That's fair.
so Brandon gets his final 2 picks back to back. So I'll start with my backup running back, and I think it's just the
Can I cut you off
perfect
real quick?
guy.
Just a quick question for the both of you guys. So the quarterbacks we took were Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Joe Montana.
Yeah.
Did any of you at all consider Aaron Rodgers? Like, if you had that 3rd pick, would you have thought about him at all?
I actually considered Marino before him. I didn't consider
Really?
Rodgers. Yeah.
Okay. You too,
Not
Brandon?
for me. No.
Okay. Just curious.
Brady, Montana, and Manning were the top 3 for me.
Yeah.
All right.
With Rodgers and Breeze as 4 and 5.
Okay.
But the guy that I'm gonna pair up with Brady as the backup running back that I think is just a match made in heaven. Arguably the greatest receiving back of all time, former MVP, 3-time Offensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, 3-time First Team All Pro, 3-time Second Team, led the league in rushing, 2-time NFL scoring leader, 7-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion. I'm talking Marshall Faulk. All right.
Like that.
Marshall Faulk with Brady out the backfield. Those screen passes be unstoppable. The flat routes, the wheel routes. Hell, you could line him up at wide receiver and spread it out 5 wide with him, and he'll do his job. Perfection. And as for my final pick for the O line, now I want clarification. So, am I picking one offensive lineman or am I picking an offensive line unit?
Yeah, unit from any time in history. It doesn't have to be the exact
Okay, so I'm
year.
picking the 2011-12 New England Patriots offensive line with left tackle. I got him off the top of my head. With left tackle Matt Light, left guard Logan Mankins, center Dan Coppin, right guard Brian Walters Walters, I think, or Waters. Sorry, Brian Waters, and right tackle I think was Sebastian Vollmer. I'll take that O line right there. All Pro Bowl caliber players
Who was the center?
and higher. Huh?
Who was the center?
Dan Coppin.
Okay. Oof. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
That was Brady's best O line year.
Yeah.
I think Sebastian Vollmer was the starter of that year.
Yeah, Sebastian Vollmer.
Right tackle. Yeah. How you like them apples?
Yeah,
I think I got. I'm waiting.
Listen, is it my turn? Oh, is it
Yeah,
my turn?
it's on you. Yeah.
Okay, well, this is damn. Do I really do? I'm not going with the Cowboys' offensive line here. I'm sorry. Okay, so for me, this offensive line is so forgotten, but it's also amazing. And the reason why is because there's a unit in Dallas that was a little bit better, I'll admit. But this unit, when it comes to pass protection, give me the 2000 and let me get my year right. 2000 and wait, no, that was the year of Chris Hubbard. I don't want that season. No. 2016 Steelers offensive line. Alejandro Villanueva at left tackle, right before he really started to develop into a legitimate Pro Bowler. Left guard Ramon Foster, never a Pro Bowler, but consistently just absolute stud at left guard. Center Marquise Pouncey, this was right at his peak. Right guard David DeCastro, right at his peak. And right tackle Marcus Gilbert, just a guy that got the job done. He wasn't a Pro Bowler either. When it comes to him and Foster, consistently two of the best offensive linemen in the NFL. They did an awesome job. And Ben, those years, man, he was having a good time in the pocket because that offensive line was top notch. I loved it. They're going to give Barry and Jim so much time. Oh my God.
Okay.
DeCastro is going to be an absolute monster, pulling just wiping guys to oblivion. Let me tell you.
Ooh. All right, it's my turn now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Back to back. Or no, your last.
This is it. Yeah.
That's it. O line.
All right. No, I want to read some stats to you guys for this last pick. This running back. Don't worry, I'm not drafting a running back. I know this, but he ran for in his rookie season, 1,117 yards with 7 touchdowns. Second season, he ran for 1,538 yards and 13 touchdowns. Third season, 1,750 yards with 15 touchdowns. And his fourth, he ran for 2,008 yards and 21 rushing touchdowns. Any of you guys know who that running back is?
Smith?
No.
Terrell Davis?
Correct. Terrell Davis. Behind that O-line, he was averaging almost 4+ yards a carry. So easily, I'm going to take the late 90s Broncos over anybody. The 2 Super Bowls in 98 and 99, they were protected. They were running the doors off of teams. Gary Zimmerman, Tom Nalen, Tony Jones, Mark Schlereth, who we see on TV all the time, and Brian Habib. They got a Hall of Famer on that line. So I don't know, man. Watch if you can run for that many yards and John Elway be able to throw dimes the way he was back then, I'd take the '90s Broncos, that late '90s Broncos O line.
That entire left side of 3 Pro Bowlers. Ooh.
So that concludes our all-time offensive draft. So just to recap for my team, quarterback Tom Brady, running backs Walter Payton and Marshall Faulk, wide receivers Terrell Owens and Larry Fitzgerald, tight end Shannon Sharp, offensive line the 2011-2012 New England Patriots.
Okay, my team, quarterback Joe Montana. We got the Pittsburgh Roots. Halfback 1, Jim Brown. Halfback 2, Barry Sanders. Wide receiver number 1, Jerry Rice. Wide receiver number 2, Randy Moss. Tight end, Tony Gonzalez. And offensive line, the 2016 Pittsburgh Steelers.
My lineup. You know what's funny about my lineup? The only thing that was different in my notes, because I anticipated myself getting Tom Brady. I don't know why I thought I was getting the number 1 pick, but that was the only thing. I got everybody I wanted. My O-line, late '90s Broncos. Tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Running backs, LT and Adrian Peterson. Quarterback, Peyton Manning. And my wide receivers, Calvin Johnson and AB.